Hello, good evening, and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where I come to you every Wednesday to inspire, to encourage, and to empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm Anna, the host. I'm a retired school teacher, an author, an educational consultant, a jury consultant, and also a health consultant. And I do hold a few little credentials in a certified cake instructor as well. So I bring to you a wealth of knowledge and experience to our conversations. So each episode, we delve into topics that enrich our lives, from educational and personal development to health and wellness, and of course, the art of jury. This is done by workshops and speakers and just giving you knowledge to make your life a little bit better and blessed. So join me as we explore inspiring stories, expert insights, and practical advice to help you live a blessed and fulfilling life. And so I want to again thank you for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and podcast, where every conversation is a treasure. And so it's the beginning of the year. And last week, we talked a little bit about, our theme is New Year, New Mindset, building a purposeful life for 2025. And so last week we talked about three topics. We talked about um, reflect, we talked about release, and we talked about renew. And so tonight we're going to talk a little bit about mindset. And so before I begin, there are some little housekeeping. I'm going to break for a commercial. I finally kind of got this stuff together here. So I have a little short commercial, really short. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start on that mindset. We want to look at the growth mindset and fixed mindset. Do you know the difference? Stay tuned so you can find out. Told you it was brief. All righty. So I do want you to know that I am accepting sponsorships, advertising, and commercial and guest slots. So if you're interested in any of those, make sure that you reach out to me at lasine1@gmail.com and at ctimedianetwork.com. Okay, let's go ahead and get started this evening with growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Now, the concept of growth mindset and fixed mindset was introduced by a psychologist, Dr. Carol Dweck, in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. Now, it's important that you know this because you know what? These mindsets determine how individuals approach challenges, learning, and personal development. So, before I before I begin, I want this one thing. You need to know the difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset. So let's talk about that a little bit. The aspects, the beliefs about the abilities, the challenges, the efforts, the feedback, the failure, the success of others. So I'm going to give you maybe a little synopsis of how a person with growth mindset, how they kind of think. Okay. So let's look at the belief about abilities, the aspect of the belief about abilities. A person that has a growth mindset, they believe that the skills and intelligence can grow with effort and practice. When it comes to challenges, they believe that if you embrace the challenge as an opportunity to grow. Now, in a few minutes, you're going to understand, you'll see the difference in these. Effort. A person with a mindset for effort, they see effort as a necessity, part of improvement. Feedback. They use feedback to learn and improve. Failure. A person with growth mindset, they view failure as a learning experience. And then the success of others, finding inspiration in others' success. So the key characteristics of growth mindset is they embrace challenge, they persist through obstacles, they view efforts as a path to mastery, they learn from criticism, and they're inspired by others' success. Now, let me give you an example of that. And that would be a student struggled with math, but kept practicing because they can improve with time and effort. And I just want to say that some of us have a growth mindset, but some of us, we really have both. But there's some people that focus more on the fixed mindset as well as opposed to the growth mindset. So let me give you some common characteristics of a person with fixed mindset, and then you'll kind of understand what I mean, and you can see the difference between the two. So a person with fixed mindset, they avoid challenges. They give up easily when faced with obstacles. Do you know people like this? They view efforts as fruitless. I've done enough of this. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's not going to work. Have you heard that? They ignore feedback. Feedback doesn't mean anything to them. And they feel threatened by others' success. So an example of this would be a student struggles with math and believes, I'm just not good at math, and stop trying. Have you heard that too? Oh, that's not good. That's not my subject. I can't do that. I know we all have heard that. I know. And sometimes we have said that ourselves. So don't think that it's one of those things that, because when I tell you that we have both of these, but the one that you really want to have the most of, or you think about the most of, is the growth mindset. But we both have both, but we want to use it limitedly. All right. So let's take another commercial break. And then when we come back, it's going to be short, y'all. And so when we come back, we're going to talk about how do we cultivate the growth mindset, because that's what we want to do. We want to cultivate that growth mindset. Okay, so let's take that brief commercial and let's see. All right, we're back. That was just a little bit, that one was a little bit longer than the other one, but that's okay. We're getting there. All right, so I'm Anna. If you're just tuning in, I'm Anna. I'm the host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. And this evening we are talking about growth mindset and fixed mindset. And our topic is mindset. We want to change our mindset. And so that's what we're trying to work on. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about how can we cultivate that. How can we cultivate growth mindset? The first thing we want to do is reframe challenges. See them as opportunities because that's what they are, opportunities, challenges. Sometimes I say the devil is a lie because there's challenges in your life every day. I'm going to tell you every day. I had a challenge today with the computer. I'm just here lately. I've been having challenges with the computer. Something's working, something's not working. So I'm at the point now where most of my stuff I don't even use on the computer. I just do it on my phone because I just have so many problems. Either the camera's not working, the microphone's not working. So I need to put both of them in the shop. But I'm saying that as to say, you see them those challenges as an opportunity for growth. I have no control of that over those computers. So when I get a chance, I'll just go ahead on. And instead of me frustrating myself about it, when I get a chance, I'll just go ahead on and put it in the shop and let them do whatever they got to do with it and call it a day. But one of them is under warranty, so I will be calling the company. But embrace effort, understanding that consistent effort leads to improvement. And sometimes I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I can have that effort, but it frustrates me. Okay, especially if I've got to keep doing it like over and over and over. Don't think that I'm gonna stop because I'm not that type of person. But I'm telling you this because I want you to know that we all have those anxieties. I'm not excluded from those anxieties. That's why I'm talking about them to try to help myself and to help others, okay, to understand what is actually happening. And you learn from failures. Ask what can I learn from this experience? Whenever I have a downfall, I say, well, this was a learning experience. The next time I'm going to do this. And that's what most people should do. This is a learning experience. Failure does not mean that you failed. It just means that you failed at that certain situation. But you learned something from it. And as long as you learned something from it, it was not a failure. Okay. And then you want to celebrate progress. Focus on your improvements, not just your results. Focus on your improvements. Oh, I did better with that today. And I say that all the time, because sometimes the time get away with me. I say, oh my God, I did better today. I had a good day today. Okay. So it's those short little things that you need to celebrate your progress. Okay. And as you get older, you'll find that you need you it's not the long things, but it's the little bitty things that you do. I celebrate every morning when I get up because it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get up. But I when I get up, I say thank you. I'm so I'm 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 happy. I'm grateful. Let's put it like that. All right. The next thing is use positive self talk. Now, this is one that most people have a problem with. You want to replace words like I can't do this with I can do this, or I can't do this yet. Okay? Use positive self-talk. Replace the thoughts like, I can't do this, to I can do this, or I can't do this yet. Okay? So that's self-talk. Positive self-talk. Positive self-talk. That is what you want to tell yourself. Positive, not negative. Positive. There is a book, I can't think of the name of it right now, on teaching you how to talk to yourself. If I find it, I will take a picture of it and I will put it on my Facebook profile for you to see. But it tells you how to talk to yourself in a positive way. Because sometimes, we don't do that. And so we need to get into the habit of doing that. Oh, the last one is just, this is not the last one. This is number 6 was seek feedback. Actively seek constructive criticism and apply it. Ask people for their feedback. Now, if you agree with it, you can follow it. I'm not saying that you should agree with everybody's feedback or you should follow everybody's feedback. You have your own mind, your own mindset, and so you can look at it. But if it's something, inspirational, you might want to consider it. That's all I'm saying. But the last bullet point here is very important to me. It sounds like something that, my mother would have said years ago. Surround yourself with growth-orientated people. Be inspired by others' success. And so, I hate to say it, but my mother used to tell me that all the time. You want to surround yourself around people that are like you, that think like you. Okay? So, when you do that, you don't have negativity because you all are boosting each other up. But if you hang around somebody that is negative and they are jealous of what you do, they find some kind of way to bring you down as opposed to lifting you up. And so, because we all should be grateful or happy for other people's success. We all should be grateful for those things. All right, so I'm going to take another brief commercial and we're going to come right back. And I'm going to talk about growth set in different areas of your life. I told you it was really, 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 really short. All right, so let's talk about, before I go into that, let me do a few little things here. Little housekeeping that I did not do at the beginning. So I do want to let you know that I do have a website. This is my website. It's my bit. And so you can contact me there. Also, I go live on Instagram, and that's my Instagram. And I also go live on Facebook. So this is my Facebook account. And if you like, you can support me by giving me a few little stars on Facebook. That's for my Facebook followers and so forth. All right, so let's go back and let's talk about that growth mindset in the different areas of your life. Oh, this is my email too, in case you want to contact me for questions or anything like that. All right, my notes. So, in education, students are encouraged to take risks and learn from mistakes. Mm. They receive praise for their efforts and strategies and not just for their intelligence. That is demonstrating growth mindset. And so most teachers are like that. Most teachers will instill into their students, they encourage them to take risks and to learn from the mistakes that they have made. So let's look at the workplace. So in the workplace, employees are encouraged to innovate and take calculated risks at your work. Failure is seen as a step toward improvement. That's in your workplace. So, in personal development, we have you want to set your goals and acknowledge and celebrate progress. And I always tell this to people, you need to set achievable goals. And so, guess what we're going to be talking about next week? We're going to be talking about goals, setting goals. So, we started out with reflect, release, renew. So, we want to reflect on what was working right, what wasn't working right. We want to release, because we want to release those things that are not working. Okay. We've evaluated them now. We reflected on it. We've evaluated what's working, we're going to keep. What is not working, we either going to tweak it or we're going to get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. And then renew. Renew is starting new. You might take that same concept and do something else with it. So that's basically what that is. So then you got to get your mind together. You got to get that mindset together so that when you set those goals, and I'm going to teach you how to set goals. They're called SMART goals. SMART goals are goals that you can measure. Okay, you get results from your SMART goals. They're achievable goals. Okay, and so that is basically what we are going to talk about next week. This is a series. So next week we'll be talking about goal setting and how to go about goal setting. And after that, we're going to talk about habits. How do we do habits? And we're almost halfway there. So next week, I will be making an announcement about something that's going to happen at the end that I think that you will be very helpful, that will help you and maybe kind of keep you on track with your goals. Because sometimes you get off track. That's why I said at the very beginning, we are not going to talk about New Year's resolutions because we set them and then 2 months down the way we forget them or we off. Okay, so I think that what we need to do is just get our minds together and just set goals. I have always been a goal setter, so and I might not get there when I want to, but I do get there. I just want to, so, and it's okay that, because you're going to have obstacles along the way. Now, I want to leave you this evening with some quotes. These are quotes that can inspire growth mindset. And I'm going to tell you who the quotes are by, because they're different people, and you'll be able to realize that you'll see. The first one is, I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I love it. I love that. I'm going to repeat it. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Okay. So, okay, let me see. Somebody, oh my God. Miss Tina says hello. Oh, I'm getting a lot of feedback here. She also said that's true. Okay, okay. Now let me go back to my quotes. Let me go back to my quotes, because I want you to know who said that. Because when you know who said that, you'll see how far back growth mindset goes. So that quote was by Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Now, he had growth mindset way back then. Isn't that something? The next one. The only way to do a great job is to love what you do. Let me repeat it. The only way to do a great job is to love what you do. Now, that was by Steve Jobs. That was one of his quotes, and he was, I think, the founder of Apple. And then the last one that I'm going to tell you is you can always improve. Growth is not finite. It's not endless. It's not going to stop. So you can always improve. I don't know what this is right here, but anyway. With that being said, I am going to close this evening. And I always close with what I call my 3 L's. But before I do that, I'm hoping that somewhere in the course of this presentation, I have inspired you. I hope that I have encouraged you. And most of all, I hope that I have empowered you to live a blessed and fulfilling lifestyle. Personal development is very important. I encourage everyone to take care of themselves. Find some way to do it. So I'm going to leave you with my 3 L's. The first one is to live. Make sure you live your life to the fullest. That's very important. Life is short. You don't need no hassles. You don't need anything to bring you down. All you need is self-love. Okay? The second one is to laugh. Oh, Lord. We all need laughter in our life. And I don't know where this one came from, where they say laughter is good for the soul. I don't know where, but it is. It is. It's been times when I have been down. Somebody come along and I'll be saying, oh, don't make me laugh. I don't feel like laughing, but I laugh anyway. And I feel better after I laugh. You know what I'm saying? So, laughter is good for the soul. And then the last thing is love, self love. Remember what I told you? That self love is so important. So, make sure that you take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, no one will. So, during the course of the week, make sure you show some acts of kindness. And I will see you all next Wednesday. Oh, I'm so relieved. It's been a while since I've gone straight through without a problem. Have a great one. Bye bye.